You ever had those late night thoughts where you like, if I didn't do that, would I still be who I am today? Or if I didn't make this decision, would I still be who I am today? I catch myself thinking a lot, like a lot about that. And I'm only, 22, so I still got a lot of life ahead of me. But it's a lot of decisions in my life that I've made, good and bad, depending on who you ask. But I don't know. I just always think I could be different. Not that who I am today is bad, because who I am right now is good. I love who I am today. Like, I could be much, much worse off depending on who you ask. But like, I love the way I am today and the man that I've become and the man that I am becoming. But I always wonder what life would be like if I didn't do those things. You know? For example, on my sophomore year of high school, we had just moved to a new state. So I left and I went to school with the same people from, let's say, kindergarten to like freshman year of high school. And I had all these friends and I knew all these people. And I was a very social person, I would say. I was very outgoing. But then when we moved, I didn't know anybody. So essentially I had to learn how to make friends. And I never really had to learn how to make friends because I was always in situations to where it would just naturally happen. Because when you're around people enough, you're going to start talking to them and you're going to befriend them if they're like cool people. And if they're not cool and they're weird, and you just get away from them. But essentially I had to learn how to make new friends. And it was it took a long time. I didn't really come out of my shell until about senior year of high school. So it was a long time where it was just me. Like, I played the game with my friends from back home, but like when I went to school, I kept my head down, walking through the hallways, I had my headphones in. I really didn't talk to anybody, right? And then when I had football practice, I would like converse with them, but we never really had anything to talk about. I like anime and, you know what I'm saying, K-pop and things of that nature. Like, we wasn't really on the same wavelength. So I didn't really have nobody to talk to, or at least I thought I didn't have anybody to talk to about the things that I liked, but I did online. So I would rush to get home, or I would say no to social events just to talk to people on Twitter or play the game with the guys and things of that nature. And yeah, it was a lot. Like, but when times got rough and when times got hard, like outside of my family, like if they wasn't in the crib and you know what I'm saying, everybody was outside hanging out with friends and all that, I'm just in the house by myself and it's quiet. Like, them quiet days, they get hard, man. And I always think, like, what if I did talk to that one person, or what if I did try to have a conversation with him, or what if I spoke to her, or what if I, you know what I'm saying? Would I still be who I am today? Would I've had the revelation that I had my senior year, and to have the courage to talk to people? Would that have happened if I never moved? Would I still be in the same community and still hanging out with the same people and not really ever learning how to talk to people if I never moved? You know what I'm saying? It's just some things I be thinking about. And it's very introspective, I would say, because it's not something that you normally like sit there and think about, because you're happy, or I would hope that you're happy with the way that your life is right now. So much so that you don't really think about the past, because there's no change in the past, like Master Oogway said, you know what I'm saying? The past is history, tomorrow's a mystery, today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Ooh, tough. But I just like to reflect at times, you know? And in all honesty, it was COVID. COVID was really what did it, because literally being home 24/7, like no football, no classes, no forced socialization, just having a screen and people on the screen, and not really having anyone to socialize with outside of like family. it was hard because when that family wasn't there, I was either sitting on the couch, you know what I'm saying, watching Disguised Toast play Among Us, or playing Rainbow Six Siege with them or 2K with them. But then when that was on going, I'm sitting here playing the game by myself, and I'm just not having a good time. Like I sat one time on my bed at like 2 a.m. and I was just crying, fool. You know what I'm saying? Like it got hard, bro. But that's when I had that realization. I'm like, yo, I don't want to live the rest of my life like this. You know what I'm saying? So let me make a change. Let me do something different, so that when I grow up, I can look back at these times and be like, yo, thank you, past me, for doing these things, because I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't do those things. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I think that I would definitely 100% be a different person if I didn't go through the experiences that I had to get to this point today. You know what I'm saying? Like sitting and reflecting, it's not bad. Like nothing's ever wrong about looking back at the past and looking at your history and what happened before to get you to now. You know what I'm saying? We should do that with anything. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the history of how it was before and how it is now, so we can understand, or at least try to understand, how we got here today. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it becomes a problem when you're like, I wish I was here. Like I wish I was like this in the past, or I wish I could go back to the past because it was better in the past. I don't think that's the right way of thinking, because presently the situation might not be what you want it to be, but going back to the past fixes nothing, because on the other side of what you're going through right now, you'll be a completely different person than you once were before. Maybe even better, because the experiences that we go through, they're not losses, they're lessons. Me being alone and really not having nobody to talk to, when a Twitter group chat was dry and everybody left, and I didn't have her to talk to or him to talk to, and it was just me in my room, my thoughts, like, that taught me something very important. That taught me to get out there and socialize, because without them low moments, without them quiet nights, them quiet times, I wouldn't be who I am today. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having those experiences and having those bad experiences, or quote unquote bad experiences, they shape you into who you are, and it's shaped me as to who I am, because I'm 22 years old. I'm 4 years removed from high school, and I've done quite a lot. And had I stayed in that shell, had I stayed in that bubble, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be as fit as I am. I wouldn't have the relationship that I have today. I wouldn't have the careers that I have today. I wouldn't know the people that I know today. I would still be like a loner in my room alone. And I'm not going to say that being alone in your room is, no, I am going to say that I feel like nobody should ever be alone and have no one to talk to. I feel like you should have someone to talk to, family or out in the family and outside of your family, because sometimes you don't want to talk to your family about certain things. I don't want to tell my mama I just, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to tell my dad I just did, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to tell my brother I just, you know what I'm saying? You should always have like a friend that's like a brother, you know what I'm saying? And not to get biblical on you, but David, he had Jonathan, you know what I'm saying? Saul was trying to kill David, and David had Jonathan. We got to find our Jonathan, you know what I'm saying? And I had my Jonathan just wasn't like here, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't in the state that I am in now. He was back home, so I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? I could just call him, but maybe he wasn't available with this. I couldn't hang out with him, essentially. We got to find our group. We got to find our people where you are. And I'm not saying go out there and force yourself to make friends, but I'm just saying, like, put yourself out there. Because, like, nothing bad can ever come from putting yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? You can meet somebody, you can meet a friend that you wouldn't expect to have. You could, you know what I'm saying? Just go out there and just talk to people. Just go out there and talk to people, because maybe that person is just like how you once were, in their shell, you know what I'm saying? Waiting for someone to come up to them because they're too afraid, or they lack the courage to go up to somebody else to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Just a quick little yap session for y'all, man. That's all we got.